Yo, it's good, gang. It's here, gonna be back with another video, and today we are starting something new on the channel, and it's gonna be a series called The Leak. So in this series, I'm gonna be keeping y'all up to date on anything going down in the fashion world, whether that be news, new things that are dropping, what people wore, and even things down to like what sales are going on right now. So if you follow me on Instagram, you probably seen that I was trying to come up with this series and trying to find a name to it. So I asked y'all in there, and I ended up coming up with The Leak. Now I'm pretty big and active on my Grundy Gang community, so often I will come to y'all and ask y'all's opinion on stuff that's going on the channel. So if you want to have any type of input on that, make sure you follow my Instagram. Also, the outfits on there is fire. So I got some topics right here that I'm pretty much gonna break down in different categories. Starting off, we got some news or some fashion stories, I guess you could say. By the way, all the resources that I got this information from, I will leave down in the description. Now the first thing we're gonna start off with is Dior. Now Dior just recently launched a new menswear essentials line that pretty much has ready to wear everyday pieces. They got a lot of stuff from coats, jackets, puffers. I think they even had suits and stuff like that, but pretty much everything is like an all black toned down look. Some of my favorite pieces was the puffer jacket that had the all over Dior monogram on it. I think I also liked this leather jacket, like a shirling jacket that had like the fur along the neck. That was also fire. So a couple of nice pieces in there. Now moving on, we have California passing a law to where you can no longer sell animal fur products. Now I believe Los Angeles already had this law passed where you can no longer sell animal products, which I guess is a step in the right direction, because a lot of the times we have people doing these cruel things to animals just to make some type of product, which is terrible. I've been seeing some pretty raw footage of people just completely like slaughtering animals to get certain type of products, and I think that's definitely not the move. Now I'm not vegan, so who am I to really like speak on this topic, but I thought I would throw that in there. It was pretty interesting. Now moving on down the line, we have the brand Li-Ning, currently being the top performing sportswear brand in the stock market. Now I didn't quite look into all the variables, but I'm assuming this would be something along the line of Li-Ning being a fairly new brand or fairly new up and coming like stronger presence brand. So probably their stocks are a lot cheaper than anyone else's like Nike or Adidas. So a lot of people are going ahead and buying stocks in that apparently. And I would say that this is a brand worth mentioning because they have made a mark in the lifestyle design for shoes. Now I will put up a couple of pictures of the different designs that they have, but they definitely been going crazy. Next up on the list, we have Off-White attempted to trademark the red zip tie. Now we all know Off-White for having the zip tie on all of their products, so it's only right that they go ahead and try to trademark that. Now it seems like they've been having trouble trying to do so, as apparently they filed this back in 2018 and been going through examinations, but it originally got deemed ineligible because apparently zip ties are used for a lot of utility purposes. Now the next topic is kind of crazy, so I thought I threw it in there, but we have Rick Owens dropping this huge mega duffel bag, which apparently is $4,000, but this kind of reminded me of the big low bag that A$AP Rocky had on. I can't remember if that was like a year ago or so, but I remember him wearing that with like a V-Lone jacket or something like that. Now next up, Capital unveils the denim bone Crosby jacket. So pretty much following it up with the wool bone sweater that they just released, they have this jacket now, which kind of reminds me of the Supreme Vance and leather jacket that dropped like what, a year ago. But honestly, I think this is fire. Capital has definitely been a staple in the game recently. They've been making some very, very high quality pieces, especially along the lines of denim. So now this jacket right here is hard in my personal opinion, and it will run you $935 US. So if you have the money to spend, this is a nice jacket. Now moving on, we have a new look at the Fall Winter Midnight Studios collection, and honestly I think this lookbook is fire. One of the standout pieces in my personal opinion is this jacket, this kind of like clear rain jacket that has a skeleton print on it. Now skeleton print, as you can see, has been on a lot of stuff, and I think that's definitely one of those prints that are gonna be a staple for this fall winter. Now there are some other fire pieces in that collection as well. Overall I think it was a nice looking lookbook. Now moving on into collaborations, we have an Undercover Times Nike collab. Now this is sort of a little capsule collection, and honestly I thought it was pretty fire for anyone who kind of is like more on the athletic side and wants to look cool when they go out for their morning jog around the city or something like that. But they have this Nike Pegasus. Now these are the Nike Pegasus 36 Trails, I believe, and these honestly look pretty nice. So if you're into like tech wear and stuff like that, I think this would be a cool shoe to cop. They also aren't that much. I believe retail in these is like $153. So if you want to go ahead and scoop like a cool little runner, this might be a move. Now I believe all the other athletic wear pieces will start running at like $80. So overall, as an undercover Nike collab, I believe this is pretty affordable. So right now we're moving into the topic of outfit of the week. Pretty much this is gonna be any celebrity that I feel like had a nice outfit moment or has been consistently putting stuff together for all this month. So we're starting off with none other than A$AP Rocky, and I think he had a nice appearance at the Gucci show. Now this was kind of like late September, but I think the outfit that he had on was a nice refreshing feel of something outside of streetwear. He had on a nice suit. He had on one of those little like tooth cleaner pick things. I don't know. Now I'm not quite sure if I can find an image of his full outfit, but the upper ensemble of what he had on looked pretty nice and clean. Next up, we have Playboi Carti's recent performance outfits. Now, look, fingers crossed that whole lot of red drops, I believe tonight. Today is Thursday, and he's just been posting stuff about how he's gonna drop the album. So by the time this video comes out, maybe the album will be out, but he has some nice outfits of recently. He's been wearing a lot of Elites and Rick Owens combinations, so it's been a lot of like black on black. Really nice, really clean, classic rock star look. Next up, we got Pharrell covering the GQ magazine for this new masculinity issue. Now, along with him wearing this big like poofy yellow dress type of thing for the cover, I think this was overall just a moment this month of him just kind of talking about the different like looks of masculinity. I don't know, you guys can kind of read through the interview, but I think the different looks on here were fire. He had some pretty wild outfits. He had on this nice, I think, Comme des Garçons sweater with these striped pants and these bright blue shoes, which kind of like clashes everywhere, but all looks kind of cool within the photo shoot. Some of my more favorite looks was the cardigan that he had on. I think he also had on like this yellow like sweater jacket that had like fur along the lining of the neck, but overall, I think the shoe was pretty cool. Next up, we got Lucas Sabat in this leather on leather look that honestly I just thought was fire. Y'all heard me mention it already in the fall fashion video. That leather on leather is definitely gonna be a vibe for this fall, so that was definitely a look. Next, we got Tyler, Creator, posing for The Guardian, which was a nice, clean magazine shoot. And the thing that stands out the most to me about this outfit is this deep V-neck sweater that he has on. Like, this sweater is cold, yo. It has like an asymmetrical look, has like these distressed pockets on it, and I don't know, the way it's just styled within this just looks amazing in my opinion. So this was definitely on my outfit list. So moving on down topics, we got what drops. Now this is probably going to be one of the more important categories for a lot of people, because a lot of people want to know what's up and coming so they don't miss it. A lot of things be selling out, so we're going to talk about that right now. First, we're going to talk about what has already dropped by the time you're watching this video. And one of those things is the Travis Scott Cactus Jack Jordan 6. Now, these joints is actually pretty fire for Jordan. Now, the reason I say that is because most Jordans don't really go with a lot of outfits nowadays, at least in my opinion. But these ones in particular, the colorway, the materials that they use was right up the alley for any type of like cargo, kind of like camo, that type of military vibe outfit. Now, along with this and dropping the Highest in the Room single, he also dropped a little small collection to go along with it that had some sweats, hoodies, shorts. I think they also had some hats in there as well. But overall, pretty dope collection, honestly. But anything with Travis Scott's name attached to it is going to sell out. So you probably can't get that shoe for anything close to retail. Next, we have Nicki Minaj times Fendi collab that just recently dropped, I believe on like the 14th of October or something like that. Now it has a men's and women's line, and my opinions on the men's line is I'm not really a huge fan. There are a couple of things that I thought was kind of dope. I think they had a jacket that had like the all over Fendi print, but it was in this silver color. A lot of the pieces are like some shiny, shimmery type stuff, so I don't know, it's Nicki Minaj and that's kind of like within her style realm. So honestly, I think the women's wear had a lot more nice pieces in their collection. For example, they had this jacket that just looks absolutely fire, just the way it sits and the stiffness of it, I think was dope. And they had some bodysuits that go along with it. So if I was a girl, you know what I'm saying, you got the bread to get right, I think this might be a look, yo. If I see a shorty walking around with that Fendi joint on, hey. Now I'm recording this on a Thursday, so by the time this drops, you're gonna already be too late to this Supreme drop. But Supreme Week 8 is here, and they have a couple of dope pieces. My favorite piece is the camo jackets. I forget what the exact camo that they called this, but it was like the brown color. The brown color jacket is fire in my opinion. They also have some burner phones in there, so a lot of people are probably gonna be trying to get that. I think it was only like $60 too, but the jacket was on somewhere around like $2 something. All the other pieces were just pretty regular. They had some beanies. I think they had some couple of t-shirts, the regular Supreme drop. Palace is also in their week 3, so if you were looking to cop some stuff from Palace, that's gonna be up as well. Also, Needles dropped some new velour tracksuits, which are pretty fire, and they dropped some new mohair cardigans. The tracksuits pretty much look like all the tracksuits they have right now, except in velour. Some cool colorways, so if you are into tracksuits, that's something I definitely consider. I'm more of a fan of the mohair cardigans. You already know I'm a cardigan type dude, so Yeah, the cardigans is fire. I believe the tracksuits are gonna run you from $221, and then the cardigans I think are starting at like $250. So now moving on into the up and coming releases, we have this Cactus Plant Flea Market times Rolling Stones collab that is dropping with a couple of different pieces. I think they have like a tie-dye shirt, a yellow shirt. But if you're a fan of Cactus Plant Flea Market, this might be a nice pickup for you. There's also this Black Means times Elite collaboration capsule that's dropping that has a nice couple of black pieces in there. They have some nice leather jackets, some distressed denim in there, vests and stuff like that. So next we got this Maharishi Skeletal Truth capsule that's dropping. Honestly, this is the first time I've heard of this, but they have like this dope little graphic on these like workwear jackets that honestly I thought are dope. They have a black and gold one, then they have like a brown tannish type of one that has a gold graphic as well. And honestly, I just thought these was fire, so I was like, why not throw that in there so that y'all know about it. Now moving on, we got some of the sneaker releases that are dropping. Starting off, we got the Patta Times Air Jordan 7 Icicles. I think that is going to be more of a hyped release. We got the Yeezy Boost 700 in the teal blue colorway. Honestly, this colorway looks kind of cool. I'm not sure if I'm a fan of it. I definitely am not going to be trying to buy these, but I do think they will be on the more hyped list because they are some Yeezys. Now this right here, this Ambush times Converse joint, these are fire for sure. I think this would definitely be a hot release. By the way, I'll put up all the dates that this stuff is supposed to be releasing, but those are supposed to be coming out. We also have the Basement times Nike Air Max 90s that are dropping with this clear Nike sign that has interchangeable Nike signs on it, which is pretty dope. We have the Adder Era times Puma, which is pretty fire in my opinion. Adder Era has done a couple of different collabs with Puma, and I think this is definitely a fire one. We have the Jordan 10 Seattle. Then we have the Asics Gel Kayano 5 360 Gore-Tex pack. Now this joint is hard. This is probably one of my favorites on this list so far. I don't know if it's just how they look right here on this picture, but these joints is definitely cold. They have some other Asics that are dropping. Chemist Creations collab. So then rounding off at the end of the month, we have the Nike Air Force Ones Black Skeletons. Now these joints is crazy. I think it's kind of dope just how they put the skeleton joints on there. This is definitely gonna be like a fire Halloween shoe. So if you got like a fire costume to go with these, I definitely cop. So last for the topics, we have shopping, and pretty much anything that is helpful to y'all when it comes to shopping is gonna be within this list. Right now, there are some sales that are either currently going on or about to be going on for this month, and we have one by End Clothing, which I believe is up to 60% off. You have Urban Outfitters, which is having up to 75% off. I believe Adidas is having something like a 50% off, and then Nike is having a sale as well. I'm not too sure what the Nike one, and don't quote me on the Adidas one, but those are all places that are going to be having some sales. I think sneakers and stuff is also going to be having some sales. But that is pretty much it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you like videos like this, definitely go down and hit the like button. I need y'all to smash the like button. That's the only way that I will know if you guys like videos like this and if you want me to continue making these. So do that. Comment down below what y'all are going to be copying this month, what y'all are looking forward to, anything like that, or if you have some topics that you want me to cover and throw in this list. But besides that, that's it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll be back to you guys with more.